Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Bill Jehling. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Summit Media Service. Now let's join Monty Walker with Bulldogs head coach Bill Jehling.
Coach, a big 42-6 win over Lone Oak a week ago. Inch by inch, your playoff hopes seem to be creeping in. Mm-hmm. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we're one step closer to our playoff goal. I mean, win this week, and it's a done deal. We're in for sure. So last week was a good win. It was a positive win and a must win for us. But it's always good when you win a game 42-6. So it was put us one step closer, but we're not there yet. So we keep striving for our goal, and our goal is playoffs this year.
Well, just from our vantage point, it looked from a defensive point of view that Stephen Waldrop made a big difference in the game from the rush edge. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. We gave them a five-man front, bringing two pressures off of the edge, both sides of the edge with Stephen Waldrop and Hunter Brusso. Brusso kind of had the short end of the stick. He had a little bigger guy on his side, but we did that. We placed Waldrop in a position where he could get off the edge pretty quick, and just the ability to get pressure and get in that backfield can wreak havoc on an offense, and he did a great job of doing that all night long.
Offensively, another great night, balanced attack, and a lot of points. Got to be happy with your offense.
Yeah, very happy with the offense. I mean, anytime you score 42, you're happy. But it was good to see Caden Harmon back on the field. He was back in action. That helped us a lot on Friday night. And, there's still things that, offensively, defensively, that we can get better at. Every team can get better each week to week. But, we had a balanced attack and put some points up on the board, scored quick when we needed to, and it was just a good night all around, offensively, defensively for us.
That's another thing, just kind of off script here. Caden Harmon coming back, how big is that? I think we saw the implications of him coming back. It's a big part of your team.
Yeah. I mean, Caden Harmon being back is huge for us, both offensively, but more importantly, defensively. It's a big when he's on the field, we're better in the secondary just because he's a good corner. He's one of those players you can play corner, move around to safety. But when he's 100%, it makes a big deal. I've been saying it to you all year long. I think we've had one game where we've had everybody 100%, and we're going to be going into this week's game not having everybody 100%. So, when we're healthy, we can play with anybody. But, like we always say, next man up, next man do the job. So
one thing that stands out for your defense, you've been able to create multiple turnovers, and it seems like multiple turnovers within the game. How have you been able to do that on a consistent basis?
I mean, from turnovers are going to happen. I mean, we've been able to average almost 3.5 turnovers a game this year, and I think what we're doing is we're putting the kids in positions to make plays. And when we watch film with the kids, like I always talk to the kids when we're going over defense, if they block this, if they block it this way, what's that mean? They're like, well, so-and-so's unblocked or so-and-so's sitting free. So we're putting positions, the defense in positions where there's always an unblocked player. And our secondary, what we've done is we've really scaled back from last year to this year and made it a lot more simpler for them in the secondary so they're not having to think. And I just believe defensively when the kids don't have to think, they're going to play fast and cause turnovers, and it's working this year.
We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about commerce.
Summit Media Service is a full-service photography and video production company offering both land-based and aerial photography and videos and a full suite of post-production services to the Texoma area. Thinking of a promotional video or a highlight reel, perhaps some product training content? We can help for less than you might think. Come check us out on the web at www.summitmediaservice.com.
Coach, an away game, a big, huge game with Commerce. You win, you're in. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. How's your week of practice been?
It's been a good week of practice. I mean, Monday was kind of slow a little bit, but, you're implementing the game plan both offensively and defensively. And for me, in particular on the defensive side of the ball, I'll tell you what, we sat out there Monday and we're going over defense. And I came in on Monday night and threw the defensive game plan in the trash because I just did not like the way it looked. So I stayed up here Monday night till about 9:30 redoing everything. And then Tuesday we put it in, and I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. I like it. I feel more comfortable. And then yesterday I felt really good. The kids have been kind of you can tell it's weighing on them a little bit. They're thinking about it. But the positive thing is the kids want to win. They want to get in. And I saw that yesterday in practice. We were a little more upbeat and enthusiastic. I think the closer we get to the game, the more focused the kids are getting. So it's been a positive week of practice. But I think our senior group, like I've said all year long, we have great senior leadership in this group. I think the seniors really want to get in, and they're starting to focus in and hone in on it. I mean, I've heard some of them whisper in the background, I just want to play in one playoff game. And, you know, our goal is not just to play one, it's to play many. But the fact that they want to get there is huge. So I think it's starting to settle in on the kids.
Well, you've seen Commerce all week on film. What do you expect to see from them Friday night?
Commerce is they got some athletes on the field. There's no doubt. They got definitely athletes on the field. I mean, 12, 7, 24, 4 and 8 aren't too shabby themselves. And then defensively, you know, 34 is going to be a threat for us. 7 plays defense, 12 plays defense as well. The biggest thing going against Commerce is speed. How we're going to contain their speed and how we're going to balance what we're trying to do offensively and defensively against the speed they have on the field.
There's one game at the end of the schedule. You got to make sure nobody's looking kind of past this week. Is anybody looking forward to Van Alstyne, or maybe in too much of a rush looking at that game?
Yeah, I mean, the kids as a whole, they're always thinking about VA because they just don't like VA. I mean, so they're always thinking about it. Coaching staff, we got it in the back of our heads too. But, you know, the only thing I can say about VA right now is we've said all year long that VA game's going to mean something. And this year it could mean something. We win tomorrow night, you know, or tonight, excuse me, when we win, I mean, we're in, but now the VA game means something for the 3 or 4 seed in the playoffs. If we lose tonight, then, you know, it means we got to beat VA to get in. So there's meaning to this game, and that's always huge. So,
well, it's a big, nice stadium over in Commerce. Everybody needs to make it over there. If you can't, you can always pick it up on HoweEnterprise.com. Inside the stadium, you can listen to 88.1 FM if you want to bring your headphones. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Monty Walker. We'll see you next week.